Yo! I just yelled right in your face. Yeah, that's right. Get used to it. Greetings and salutations, my people. Welcome back to another episode of the Shit Talk Show. We are here again just to tell you all the crazy things that have happened in the past week in both Web 2, Web 3, and the greater world beyond. There's a lot of drama to run through real quick. Don't worry, we're not just going to dwell on the drama, but it has larger implications. There's a lot of stuff, actually, that's kind of going down right now. And it's mergers and acquisition season, so get ready for some big stuff. Dima, how you doing this week?
Hello, everyone, and hello, Vic. Yeah, the stuff happened last week compared to the previous weeks is unbelievable. I think we waking up in the space, not just in the Web 3, but also in the Web 2 gaming. A lot of new and exciting news, I would say, that are coming out, and I can't wait to go through them with you today. But let's start with asking you the main question. What have you played in the past week, this weekend? What did you concentrate on? Or you just been in depth searching about more gaming stuff?
Nah, see, blessed be Steam for giving us Steam Summer sales so that I can buy games for less than $2 that are very good games. So I picked up finally this Metroidvania game called Blasphemous. It's pretty popular in, like, I suppose the indie Metroidvania world. I'm normally really hard with, like, I suck at platformers and this kind of stuff, but this game is sick. It's fun. It's great art style. It's really well made. I'm not sucking too hard at it. It's good. I liked it. What about you?
I saw also Expedition 33 is on a sale, and a lot of people are picking up that as well. I finished that game we were talking last week, G-Sand, the climbing game.
Okay.
I completely 100%. I got my platinum, finally, platinum number 20 on my PlayStation Network account.
Jesus,
I saw a lot of people have much more than me, but I'm slowly trying to climb the ladder and increase my PlayStation level. Because you never know, with Somniac trying to launch the blockchain or backed from Sony, it could mean something one day. You never know. Like maybe they premium some of the biggest players on PlayStation with some coin or whatever. Who knows?
Who knows? We shall see.
Apart that, yeah, I've been playing some mobile games as usual. Pokemon Go, keep going on, trying to get ready for the next event where Latios and Latios, I think they're gonna release for the first time in the Gigantimax rate, and I will need to collect more Ghastly to evolve in more Gengars to Gigantimax my Gengar and try to don't be buttered.
Hang on. Yeah, yo, Maya Matsunaga, thanks for coming in. We are ready for the show. Hope you're ready for the show as well. Sorry. Go on, Demo. Hit me with more Pokemon stuff.
Can't wait for more stuff going on like that. And yeah. What else? You looked interesting last week.
Well, you know, it wasn't. Maybe it's kind of interesting, but I was checking out some Resident Evil Survival Unit gameplay, which is horrible. It's horrible, I think is the word.
It's not horror. The word you're looking for.
Yeah, it's horror. It's horrifyingly horrible. It's horror. It's bad. It's bad. Look at that. Come on, people. Persona just released like an entire full game on mobile, and this feels like a game that should have been released 8 to 10 years ago. It's bad. I'll let you point out like the Walking Dead similarities, but yeah, man, I'm not happy with this.
Yeah, definitely. Like I saw a lot of similarities with the Walking Dead Last Man. The game I didn't play personally. The game it's not kind of my genre of game. I saw like The Walking Dead is like more like a strategy game. It's like you have your unit of players and you need to position them in a different part of the map, and depending from the characters that you select, you can complete the level in different ways, and sometimes they unlock you like a new characters, and you need to recomplete some level using this character. So you change your things at like a puzzle game. Plus, you build your own city and you increase your levels and go through these dungeons. And I think Resident Evil is looking for something very, very similar to it. So you will have like your Bracken City maybe building, and you have all these characters from the past games, like the merchants from Silent Hill 4, and you have Leon, you have like Jill Valentine, and probably you need to build your team with them and pass some levels. I think some level would be like more like a puzzle, and other levels would be like more like an action. I think I saw some of the gameplays where you shoot directly, like so it's not you point one characters to move to one place like chess, and after if it's in that place and the monster is in front of you, so it will shoot. Otherwise, it will shoot to empty space. Yeah, what do you think? Will you try when it's coming out?
No. Hard pass. This game looks worse than many Web3 games that are out there. And the comments on the YouTube video are not kind. They're not kind. Yeah, I mean, no, this isn't what the fans want. This isn't what the community wants. This isn't what gamers want. So, no, I will probably pass on this one. Yeah, we'll leave that. But there was another game that caught your eye that has some pretty cool art style. That's
Yeah, it's another game that you can already pre-register in that, and it's called Aircraft. It's very, very similar as a design to another famous game called Cuphead. I don't know if you have ever played Cuphead.
I hate it, but yes, yeah, I played it.
So it's Cuphead, like it's more like a platform. You have like these characters look like come out from the 1930s cartoons, where you need to like keep going and fighting and different like levels, dungeons, and after you have the main boss, and like you shoot with your hands or something like that. While this one is you're only on a plane, like on a little plane, and you use different characters. When in Cuphead you have only two choice, and the characters basically is the same. One is like red, one is blue. While here you have like different characters and different like design and I think abilities and different planes. And they have some roguelite elements in the game where while you're playing you need to pick some of the new power up to pass the levels. Like so every time you play the level could be completely different from the time before.
Gotcha.
And I think you unlock also like equipment, like parts for the plane, parts for the characters, like new guns, new hats, new defensive items, etc., etc. So the games look like pretty cool. Some people on the internet and Reddit, they call it as a more pay-to-win games, where you will need to pay quite a lot to get like the new characters and have like more stamina to pass the levels. Because I think every time you have like 30 stamina, you can try a level, and after when you finish the stamina, you need to stop until you recharge and you can play again. But the game itself, from the design and the gameplay, look really, very good for a mobile game.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's something definitely I will try to play and try to beat.
Solid. I can see why some people would be upset at like maybe microtransactions or DLCs, because if they already have 3 characters, they might have more, and then you might have to pay for those extra ones, and they might have extra levels and stuff, but you got to pay for those as well. I can see that. But it looks pretty good, dude. I mean, yeah, the art style in Cuphead was great. I hated how hard that game was. I played it with a friend of mine who carried me like every single level. It's a rough game. But yeah, no, I'll take it.
Yeah, I played on the Switch because I always thought that guy is a perfect mobile game. Like it's just perfect for a handler as a platform. And every time every time I have go on a plane, it's the main games are
Nice.
I would try to rage on a plane and try to hit whatever is in front of me. So if you see me on a plane and you're sitting in front of me, be careful, the switch can hit you.
Understood. We'll keep that in mind. Running through some other quick stuff. We have both things. Well, both things that you wanted to touch on real quick. We got Mafia and Astrobot that are have some cool things going on.
Yeah, let's start from Mafia. Mafia released a new gameplay recently, like 23 hours ago, 24 hours ago, something like that. And the new gameplay they showed is very different from the one they used for the trailers a few months ago when they announced the game. And that's made a lot of people very angry because they look the first trailer and say, wow, this is the game I want to play. This is awesome. And they look at now and say, hang on, what's happened? Why the characters look so bad now? But who cares? Guys, who cares? Maybe the graphic went a little bit down, but you can see like the stealth mode, like the fighting, the gameplay, and like you can have cars, horses, everything. It look awesome. Like this is probably, if they do like a quite open world where you can go around in these things, it could be maybe even better than Red Dead Redemption 2. And like it could be like the perfect games while
Bold
you're waiting
words.
for GTA 6.
Bold words.
Also from the story. Also the story sounded it's gonna be a pretty intense storyline. But good lord.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I mean, bold words that it might rival Red Dead Redemption Online if they do something. I don't know. I mean, the game still looks great. Game still looks lovely, beautiful, pristine. But the official gameplay trailer does look different than the cinematic trailer that they released. Specifically, there's a number of creators that have frozen this image and compared it to the cinematic trailer, and it just looks very different.
Yeah, the thing is, like, most of games, when they launch the first cinematic, and it's always look 10,000 times better than actual games. After, they need to readapt the games to maybe be more fluent, like easier to play. Like maybe the graphic, like if it was like the character from before, they wouldn't need more time to develop the games. Maybe like when you move in certain way, especially in a fast movement, maybe the pixel wasn't that great. It could be like a lot of reason for that. But
Fair.
Let's see, like, it's not the first games and have done that. There's also other games before, like you see the cinematic and say, whoa. And after you see the gameplay, it's completely, what? Like, look like sometimes when you see some mobile games or whatever, you see like the little advertising, they come to you and then you look at the games and you like 3D, everyone fighting, and like you say, oh wow, I really want to jump into this game. And after it's like a little 2D little platform where you just need to move.
Of course.
Maybe one character right to left and that's it.
All right.
Let's see how it's going, but I'm gonna wait for it. 8th of August.
So there's Mafia. But then
another game from PlayStation released an update called Astrobot. Astrobot was Game of the Year last year. It released 4 new levels some months ago, and now they released another 5 new levels. And one of them, the 5th one, it really made me rage quit. I was playing it, I tried for hours, and after I say, fuck that, deleted it. I closed the games, everything. I said, okay, I'll go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, 7 a.m. I woke up and said, no, I need to beat this. Back on the game.
Dang.
First thing you know, I'm not even having the coffee. I tried again for 5 times and I made it. I said, oh, maybe I was just tired.
That's funny.
And after that, I had my breakfast. So I needed to finish my Astrobot run before I could even start my breakfast. And like, apart the games, they released like 5 new bots. So every time you finish the levels, you can unlock one of the bots, and every bot represent a characters from a previous PlayStation game. And this time they added like Final Fantasy characters, Cloud and Sephiroth. But I also added Ghost of Yotei. And Ghost of Yotei, compared to the other ones, they're all games that have already been released.
Yeah.
Ghost of Yotei is not released yet. It's gonna release in October, 12th of October, I think, something like that. Bro, this guy's playing here is phenomenal. It's using all the. I was going all the long ways, like platform by platform. He's jumping everything. Like
he's
I saw some guys they do like some records and they playing the game like so fast, and I would say my hand's gonna burn if I play that fast.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing, dude. When they do it right, it's you can just kind of lose yourself. Very cool. Yeah, dude, I understand why it was Game of the Year, and this is what this is a game that Web3 developers should study more. Should study
100%. Also, it's like Web2 games should study more.
That's fair.
Sorry, there's like
they're onto you, Biz.
A lot of games they release DLC with like smaller levels or like little upgrade,
right?
And you will need to pay for it. Like they charge you like $12, $14, whatever. They released 2 new DLC for free. Just need to have the game and download and playing. And if someone buy the game today, already gonna have 2 DLC with the game directly on.
That's pretty great.
So it's something like definitely you can study and you can make one buy games last even longer. This game released last year, but still with people excited when they're releasing a DLC to play more, like months and months after.
Yeah, I wish more games did that. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I wanted to say like with the Ghost of Yotei things, if it was like a Web3 games with NFTs and everything, like would be like very interesting. Like you play like Astrobot and you unlock a bot or whatever for a game is not released yet, and if it was on chain, for example, you would be like, oh look, I unlock this one because I've been so great playing these PlayStation games, then I will get a discount when the games actually release, or like you
That'd
can
be cool.
Have like a special item in the games and no one else have because you finished the Astrobot games. That would be something cool that games could do more.
If only they cared about the gamers, and instead of not caring about the gamers, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, cool game, cool stuff. I do think more developers should study this and study its success, instead of trying to micro transaction the shit out of everything. Real quick before we jump on into other news, a sad day recently when voice actor for Jesse from Team Rocket died. Team Rocket, represent. Anyways, sad day, moment of silence. All right, also a moment of silence because now all of Team Rocket has officially passed away. It's a sad day. All right, moving on. Hey, so
a good old Team Rocket.
Good old Team Rocket.
Flying to the stars.
Blasting off at the speed of light, surrender now, prepare to fight. Anyways, hey, so random question to anyone who's listening in, who's watching, and if there are if they have any education in Web3 whatsoever, what's your exposure to the Polkadot ecosystem? Because maybe it's not enough. Recently, GamesBeat dropped this article, and all right, GamesBeat's dropping kind of anyone that pays them articles right now, especially Web3. If you pay GamesBeat, they'll drop you an article. Tell them I sent you. Unique Network and Tap Nation team up on blockchain rewards for mobile gamers. What's up with that? I've never heard of Unique Nation. I've never heard of Tap or Unique Network or Tap Nation, but apparently they have over 1 billion downloads. All right, maybe that's not the most accurate. Maybe those aren't in countries with the best economies or high profit value. I don't know, but whatever. That's still a ton. And their highest game, which is just like a mindless, like color sorting, like bejeweled kind of skin, 130 million downloads. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And they're a Polkadot ecosystem? What? Who the hell is connected to the Polkadot ecosystem? What's going on there? But apparently, they have been quietly building for quite some time. They have big numbers for users. They have big numbers for downloads, and they're making revenue off of this. And they're putting ads in front of gamers in a way that Web2 games have not applied yet. And it seems the gamers don't even realize Web3 is going on. They just get some cool rewards every once in a while that they can redeem for stuff. This is essentially like the dream for many developers of Web 2.5-ness. Because some people would be like, it's not real blockchain. It's not fully on the chain. Whatever. This is essentially achieving the dream that many developers years ago set out to do. You play games. In the back end, it's on blockchain infrastructure. That blockchain is tracking what you do, and it's rewarding you for your gameplay. It's also rewarding you, apparently, if you watch ads. If you let the ads go through the game, it'll reward you more. In the same way that, like, Brave rewards you for watching their ads or letting them advertise to you. So, why is no one talking about that? Granted, it could just be an article that GamesBee just got paid to drop out. Granted, all right, we don't know the super efficacy or accuracy of these numbers because everybody in Web3 lies. But what's up with the Polkadot? Why aren't more people talking about Polkadot? What's going on there? I don't know.
Yeah, Polkadot come out years ago. I remember it was one of the first chain I was following, and I was one guy called Guy from Coinbot Bureau on a YouTube. He was like one of the biggest supporters of Polkadot. So I remember he was always talking about it. He was like pushing it, and Polkadot was coming out when Engine was out as well. Engine was the big time of Engine. Then they was trying to create their own metaverse. They was doing their own games built on Engine. Like people could just go on Engine, try to build their own games, launch their NFTs, have them marked. But it was completely dead with very high fees. They had their wallet, and they had these interesting things that no others chains done ever. Like with the QR code, you could find QR code around, and you can scan it and you get free NFTs from them. And a lot of people were launching NFTs like that, and you needed to research, and it was group chat where creators was saying, oh, I got this new one, and people were just scanning the things and get it. And it was few games launching on it. It was King of Carnage, what was the other one? Was one very similar to Big Time. I don't remember the names. And a few other games were launching on that. And after, I think someone of the Engine team kind of separate and move to Polkadot, and Polkadot was starting to create their own token and their own development. But I think also recently FIFA Rivals from Mythical Games, I don't want to be wrong, but I think they launched on Polkadot as well, and not many people know that.
It's possible, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a sleeping giant, but it's something they're building. So even Cardano, no one very care much sometimes. And
all right, well here's
games they have
here's a question
games
then.
Building on it.
Who's a better sleeper undervalued ecosystem / token? Sui or Polkadot?
That's a massive question, but I would say Polkadot is more not on the radar than Sui, because Sui recently had the big campaign. He had launched a token with the societies. They launched their own portable console, and you could play Society, and no one wanna play Society now because the token dump, and no one seeks Society anymore on the timeline on X. Surprise. But I think I think Polkadot is not being used as much as Sui yet.
No.
And I think they're quietly building something.
That's fair. I'll take that answer. I think Sui is a little bit more aligned as well, but I think they could trip more, and they have more to lose, in my opinion. I feel like Polkadot has less to lose because they're just kind of small and nobody gives a shit. But
also Sui had big collaboration. He had collaboration with Adidas for the society, where Adidas gonna launch their own things. They had blockchain integration in a Pokemon Home well, Polkadot for now is not being related to big brand yet, I think.
Yeah. Fair. All right, so check it out. Two Web3 games shutting down real quick. We got Mighty Action Heroes, which, everybody kind of saw this coming when their studio pivoted out of gaming and into AI. They just tried to keep the game alive as long as possible. The game was super duper simple. Not, playing it with some friends is okay for like a couple minutes, but it's not a game that you grind out very long, in my opinion. And the second game shutting down, although they don't have any announcements on X, is Unioverse, which is kind of sad because Unioverse was pretty cool, man. They had some cool stuff going on. They had like a real sci-fi universe. They had like real lore, real characters. They like WAGMI. They had comics. They had like novels you could check out. They had some real cool stuff that they were cooking. It's unfortunate they shut down their servers.
Yeah, a lot of people remember that we're talking about Universe, and they were very exciting playing it.
It was good.
I tried to set a new record in their run and stuff.
Yeah, they had multiple game modes. You had like a destructive hover dome. You could do the time trials. You could customize your own weapons, your own hover bikes. It was really cool. Yeah, they shut down. They are, however, exploring options because you see, ladies and gentlemen, it is mergers and acquisition season. Because these games that are shutting down, they get bought up by other ecosystems. And so they're not really dead. They're added. They're merged and acquired by other companies. And it just so happens that that's the same thing happening in Web 2 right now. Because Web 2 also is not doing that great. So rather than shut down, studios are looking for ways to collab, to combine, to merge and acquire each other. So that's the season we are in. Web3 games shutting down, but maybe the ones that are worth it will be bought up and given new life in Immutable or Abstract or whatever ecosystem. But that same thing is happening in Web2. And this is, all right, I get it. It's boring. People don't want to read and look at numbers and big behind-the-scenes things. But this report on what's happening in Web 2 and the biggest earners, the biggest losers, the dips, the valleys, the peaks, it shines a very bright light on what's going on in Web 2. And there's a bit of a recession. Spending on games is down. Spending on hardware is down. The gamers that are playing, they're not spending as much money. They're not playing as much either. Even on streaming apps, IRL streams are crushing video games. Just chatting streams, crushing video games. So like video games are all kind of in a bit of a slump at the moment. Hopefully, we see some really cool collabs come out of this. We see some really cool mergers. We see some really cool synergies form as things come together or as chains come in and buy up games that they want to add. But I think what the gist of this report is also saying is that we are not done seeing the bleeding. Microsoft laid off 9,000 employees, and a lot of that was in gaming. I think we're halfway through the year, a little more. We're going to see plenty more layoffs if the merge doesn't happen, if an acquisition doesn't happen.
I think like as now, especially in Web 2, we saw like in the last few years it wasn't like massive game announcement, and now they're coming a lot of big games, a lot of like very expected games. So a lot of this gaming development were actually working on big games. They're launching now one after the others, and depending, I think, a lot from how all this game performs with their sales, some of this company gonna keep going or they're gonna be redimensioned. Like we see, like for example, Monster Hunters. It was in development for a while, launched it, and now we have like new Silent Hill. We have so many games lined up to launch one after the others. Then I think we had like a black hole where nothing was announced. It was like one or two games per year, like where everyone was really excited.
Mm-hmm.
And now there are more games coming out, but also there are games that they're not really expected and coming out, like Expedition 33, and everyone say, "Wow, this game is the best game I've ever played before."
Yeah.
I think that we are on a slow down, but it could pick up again before it go down.
We'll see.
It's like it would take time to develop new games as well.
We'll see.
But we'll see. And like how you say, like in Web3 now there is this merging things, but we saw this merging also in Web2 quite a lot.
Of course.
When big names kind of collaborate, especially with Capcom when they do like X-Men versus Street Fighters or Marvel versus Street Fighters.
I mean, those are classic IP collabs. Like Capcom bought the rights to use those characters, but they didn't buy Marvel. Like in Web3, that's more what's happening and that that's a good sign. That means that those games are worth buying. An investor saw that game and was like, "Yo, this is worth keeping alive." So like that's a good sign in Web3, in my opinion. We'll see. And it is worth noting that these reports, there was a lot of controversy last year because a report put out at the end of the year got so much traction, and that report was financially incentivized. The people that wrote that report were financially incentivized to write the data that they did. So it's, possible that this report produced by, Drake Star Investments, Drake Star Partners, they are most likely financially incentivized to say what they have said in order to get more money from clients or to build their whatever. So it's noticeable. But also, like, Web3 games aren't doing that great. They're shutting down pretty quickly. I just wanted to point out, Web2 games also not doing that great either. This is Wargaming sunsets a free-to-play shooter, Steel Hunters, just 3 months after launch. I never heard of this game. It sounds cool, Steel Hunters, and you got like cool mechs running around. It's free-to-play. Sounds dope. I probably would have checked this out. I never heard of it though. And it's just worth showing that there's plenty of Web2 games that just don't hit. X Defiant shut down a little while ago. Splitgate is already, people are pretty sure not going to go much further. So like, things aren't the best. We will survive, but things aren't the best.
Yeah, we saw like massive IP acquisition as well in Web2, like not long ago, like Scopely scooped out from Niantic or the Pokemon Go IP. And it's pretty huge.
This is true.
Very, very huge. And like Pokemon Go had like still making like billions a year, but I think it was like kind of slowed down, and Niantic wanted to move more on AI and whatever. So Scopely took the opportunity and scooped out the game out, and now we are in the transaction where Scopely and Pokemon and Niantic is kind of moving out, and they're releasing like some controversial things as well.
Right.
Like in the community, my local community, everyone really worried because they, in the term and condition, like they changed these new things. Like if you have like a GPS bug, so basically you're in one place and your Wi-Fi is not strong enough, so your characters will move locally a little bit. It could trigger a spoofing ban because you triggering like by moving, like you can do that by going like on and off with the airplane mode. But if you do that and your character is gonna move and you can use it like to reach places then you normally can't reach that well, but you don't do it for purpose. You do it because your Wi-Fi is actually shit or your positioning on a 5G is not good enough, and it will like don't register where you are properly. So you move like maybe 100 meters away and it could trigger something and have your account banned, and everyone is like very like, oh, but so I can't play anymore on my workplace because my Wi-Fi is not that good there. Oh, I can't play in this open natural reserve. This is not good signal, so if it's move a bit, it's gonna fuck me up. Oh, I can't play if I have Wi-Fi on my private plane. This is gonna ban me. But that's not me. I don't have a private plane yet. Well, I can play my Pokemon Go and try to catch all the regional Pokemons. One day, Vic gonna buy me a private plane and I can go around the world as Hash Ketchum and catch every single one.
Highly unlikely. But we can always dream. Are there other mobile games involving
there is a lot of
short, fat creatures that you might be playing?
Short, fat creatures. And I'm not talking about Stumble Guys. I'm not talking about Fall Guys. I'm talking for another game very similar to them called Pudgy Party. Pudgy Party, we talked about it in the last few episodes. It's something like you can pre-register now on Play Store and iOS. The game is very similar to to Stable Guys, where you have like different maps where you need to survive or beat or make more points than other players to go on to the next round. And if you beat everyone, you win. You win like chest, and with this chest you get new skins, new point for your butter pass, more point for your sushi things. Like you get like a special box where after it's like a gacha, you can get different rewards like coin or points and stuff like that. The game is okay for now. It's nothing exceptional. It's nothing very much different from Stable Guys.
Okay.
Other similar games, apart the skins and apart you can power up every single skin and it gives you more HP or power, but even after I've done that, it doesn't very show much difference
Right.
to me. And because there are not many players yet, because I got early access, so it's not many players playing at the same time. So I think a lot will be bots. So the competition is a bit easier than it should be. So it will be interesting to see when the game's full launch and is ready to play with a lot of players. But what I want to mention here as well, the game will gonna launch soon, and Pudgy Penguins IP is doing again a big marketing campaign to their IP, not just to the game, to the IP in general. We saw like different big companies in Web3 that changed their PFP with a
Right.
little Pudgy. I think it was OpenSea, Magic Eden, Jupiter. Recently, Games GG as well. And also a lot of creators are doing the same. But also we see more Pudgy in more Web2 company like NASCAR and NASDAQ. So every time they're launching something big, normally they do this massive campaign. They done it when Abstract was launching. Abstract is the official chain from Pudgy Penguins, even if they launched their token on Solana for some reason. And everyone was changing their PFP in a green Pudgy, but now everyone is using Pudgy Penguins customized with probably AI, ChatGPT or whatever, and
Yeah.
they create their own Pudgy with their hat and stuff. So
Yeah.
they're doing massive marketing campaigns all the time, and we saw that token went quite up.
It's
quite a lot, I think, recently.
Their token skyrocketed when I can't fathom there's any other reason than some shady fucking shit going on. Like their token skyrocketed to the point that like, what are you guys doing? What kind of market manipulation's going on over there? I don't know like half of the companies on this page, but the fact that all of these people, it's a hell of a marketing win for their agency. I gotta say, and like they've had really nothing but wins. Pudgy Penguins, Abstract, different story, but Pudgy, they're really doing an incredible job with their marketing. The fact that everyone wants to do this because, as this person says, they're meme fluent. Yeah, bro, it's very interesting. I don't know what's going on with their token. I don't know what's going on with their games. I don't know what's going on with Abstract. But
yeah, definitely they're trying to aim a lot on the cuteness of the penguins to be like a more like people friendly things. Like we see like with the monster thing, La Boom or La Boom or whatever is the name. Then everyone is getting crazy buying it. It's cute for some people, or I don't know. Pudgy Penguins probably is gonna use the same kind of branding. Like, oh look, this Pudgy. Everyone can become a Pudgy, and everyone wanna be a Pudgy. I'd be like, bikes did some years ago, where everyone had a bikes. Like I remember Eminem or whatever had their own bikes as a PFP. Now they're doing as well on with Pudgy, but Pudgy is more branded side. Like you see a Pudgy with a who knows if one day they're gonna also mint special edition PUBG and give it to companies to use it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like if your Google, you mint like a Google PUBG, and it will be only for the main Google wallet, and no one can use it apart of Google Marketing. So that would be like pretty interesting to see if they will go that route.
Yeah. Interesting to see what Pudgies are cooking. Not really sure what's in the kitchen or in the oven, but whatever, they're cooking apparently. So that's the narrative. There's really not many other narratives happening in Web3, in memes, in NFTs, in gaming. There's not many other narratives. So because this is the narrative and it's meme-tastic, they're crushing it. Yeah, look at this. Look at that big old green thing. It's bigger than Fartcoin and all the other memes that are normally out there. So
yeah, and they're like pushing on everything. Yeah, they were showing how's the engagement of Pang is bigger than everything else. Yeah, the 6.21 million engagement.
Yeah,
bigger than like Giga or like Pepe or Dodge.
Now, is 99% of that engagement AI slop? Yes, it is. As is the case with like every NFT.
Also, they're pushing a lot in the recent like week. There's also like Bitcoin and stuff. It went on the all-time high.
Right.
All-time high. So like more people are more into like again crypto. It's like when Bitcoin reach all-time high to make the news, and when they make the news, more people come in. And Pudgy probably wanna expand like everyone believe. No Pudgy as soon they come to the space, or as soon you come to the space, you see Pudgy, everyone say, "Oh,
yeah,
Pudgy is the thing. Pudgy is what I need."
Well, listen, there is no truer statement, in my opinion, than the random statement from Batman all those years ago, which is you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. There were many years ago that the people coming into Web3 knew Bored Ape Yacht Club as the NFT collection that defined crypto, as the fucking thing that everybody knew about. And then Ape Yacht Club died because they're fucking stupid, and they became stupidly greedy, and they only catered to like rich celebrity assholes that didn't give a shit about Web3. And now look at them, they're in the toilet. Pudgies may rise to that lofty height. They may be for a while what people are synonymous that in their mind with Web3 as like, this is the crypto NFT. But I don't think they'll stay there for long, and I do think the cycle will end and something will kick them off in another NFT.
The only difference I would say compared to Bikes, like Bikes had an NFTs, they didn't have anything else. While Pudgy is working on different business, like they have the NFTs. They're doing their gamings like with Pudgy Party, and I had other games before, and I think they're gonna launch another one, Pudgy Life as well. They selling toys, they're selling candies, they're selling t-shirts, they're selling a lot of like different marketing things. So the business is not like one only things. Like if the NFT gonna go down, the toy is gonna still selling a lot, and people like kids will start loving it and collecting like Pokemon cards and stuff.
Do you think
that will make still money coming inside the company, and they still can survive it somehow?
Do you think there's a point where they do too many things and some of those things start hurting their brand? Like someone in the Northbound community Mason posted that he bought a Pudgy Penguin toy, but it was at like a discount store. It was at like an outlet store that only has things that weren't bought up in the normal retail stores. And like looking at all of their games that they're producing, there's like 3 of them or something, and like apparently maybe people are only playing one, maybe. So like are people going to remember the other 2, or are they going to remember the other 2 negatively? Like, is there a point where they make so many figurines and stupid fucking plastic dolls that eventually they just start filling up landfills and nobody gives a shit about them, and they just start seeing them?
I think every single company done that. Like you can see, like even Pokemon have so many different things, and there's some stuff they completely went in the forgotten. I have like so many games, and
That's
people
fair.
will never remember some of the game. Like for example, Pokemon Snap, the one where you're like a car taking pictures
Yeah,
of
listen, bro, that was
Pokemon.
one of the
Like,
best, man. I remember that like
yeah, it
crazy.
was one of the best. But how many people nowadays will remember that as a game? Like, and they
Well,
have
we're
the
just
first
old.
one and the second one. They had like what else? They had Pokemon Coliseum. They had Pokemon Adventures, the one where you are like the little Pokemon going around. They had that Pokemon. What's the name? The one where every Pokemon is like a Minecraft character, it's like a square. And
I
they
don't
done
even
one
know that
season.
one.
I think they didn't continue that one anymore.
I mean, there's Pokemon
So they
Pinball.
have so many games,
That
and
was a
they're like
ton.
some they really had success, and some they had less success, and some probably they're gonna go in the outlet. And also like Pokemon card, there's some edition they are much more valuable than
So,
others. And
hang on, hold the phone. Are you saying that Pudgy Penguins could one day be like a Web3 Pokemon?
I don't think a Web3 Pokemon. This is, I don't know, like also like Pokemon, it reached now a moment where they don't have any more innovation, even in the games. But Pudgy Penguins, I think it won't reach the same kind of level. I would say it would be more. What can be similar to Pudgy Penguins? I don't know. Maybe it's just something like different from any other industry
I mean, it would
we
be
have
a
around.
it'd be a hell of a slap in the face to all of the monster catching Pokemon ripoff Web3 games out there if Pudgy Penguins is the one that actually takes
Yeah,
the
but you
cake.
can't really catch Pudgy
That's
Penguins.
also the
Apart if
thing.
they don't do games where you can catch them.
There's no like, and none of them have names. Like none of them have like specific. They're just all
Yeah,
random penguins. So I don't
and
know.
you can't really collect all of them and stuff like that.
They're clearly looking at being a transmedia, multimedia
Yeah.
IP. So we'll see what they pull off. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a TV show or movie in the future. Whatever. Yeah, should have bought a bunch of penguins. Sorry, Phasia. Should have kept all those
Back in
penguins
days.
years ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking what kind of branding they could be more similar to. And I can't think anything apart. What they can be.
Yeah, no, that's
If
cool.
it was a Web2 branding, what Pudgy Penguins could be. If anyone knows, just put in the comments, like, let us know what you think. What they can be, like, what Web2 branding or what, like, big brand in the world could be related to Pudgy Penguins. It could be, like, Muppets. Like, you have all the different Muppets, and they were, like, very big back in days. They had toys, they had t-shirts, they had movies, they had TV shows, they had all sort of.
That's
But
fair.
in the time, they kind of faded until a big brand like Disney rebought them, and now they kind of coming out again. They could be like Disney of
Don't say that.
Web3,
Don't say that.
like with cartoons and stuff like that,
Don't say that.
with like different characters.
You're going off the rails now, Dima. I got to bring it back in. You're going off the rails now. We'll see. We'll see what Pudgy's up to. What other? Other mergers and acquisitions.
Time will tell us.
Time will tell us. We'll see. I don't know if they'll end up buying anything. If Pudgy, like, it would be interesting if this merger acquisition thing is happening. If Pudgy buys up another game. Forgot to touch on this one earlier that you mentioned. Like Legends of Illumia got bought up by Triumph Games. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. They're like, okay, so Pudgy's is one thing, but then meanwhile Abstract is another. And their Abstract's head of marketing, Finn, was saying that he got today his third confirmation that there are teams telling their KOLs and their influencers not to work with Abstract. And he somehow takes this as a win, that he's like, yeah, you're just coping because we're the best blockchain out there. Yeah, that's cope that you don't want to work with us. But it's also really just because they continually have controversy after controversy after controversy, and they keep endorsing straight gambling rug pulls. and it looks bad for creators that attach themselves to it. Creators that attach themselves to it don't have a good reputation. Who is it? Elisa was posting earlier. Elisa does not have a good reputation in this space. And the only people that are supporting him, that are being like, yeah, Abstract is the best, are people that have either been paid by Abstract or work with Abstract. So I can't believe fucking shit that I read on like Web3 on crypto Twitter anymore, because it's like you're all just spinning this shit. I don't know.
The things like a lot of time with these chains and that everyone want people just be working with them, and like that you just need to talk good about them. Like Abstract, for example, like if you enter as a creator, so you need to keep streaming all the time in the streaming platform. But if you don't do like for a while, they're gonna take you off. Like you can't have a kind of break. You should have that. Like, if I'm streaming on a platform, if we're streaming now on YouTube, like if we don't stream for 1 week because we want to go holidays, like YouTube won't say, "Hang on, guys, you didn't stream anymore on my platform, so fuck off." Go.
It feels like
you're gonna get replaced for someone else. Like, but in that way, you can make your kind of streaming platform alive because
right.
Someone take a break and have to come back and do it again. And yeah, also like they had like different tokens that didn't perform really well, different games. They are more like gambling, and people don't want to be affiliated more to gambling because they want to say, look, we are an RPG game. It's like gambling addicted players is not the players we're looking for. We're looking for RPG players that play our game. So yeah, see how it's going and see how also like the Pudgy Penguin IPs will support Abstract as well, because Abstract is their main chain. So probably Pudgy Penguins want more people using Abstract, even if the token is on Solana. It's not been launched on Abstract.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, brother.
Trying to touch different bases.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole kind of Abstract ecosystem feels like an ideology. Like it feels like a bit of a cult. And that's, I mean, I guess that's how, like, you have to, like, the only NFT communities that have survived are the ones that are essentially cults. Yeah, maybe that's their goal. Maybe that's the only way they live, but I don't know. Why are you enjoying the fact that there are business professionals that are advising their clients to not work with you because you have nothing but controversial things? And you're like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I love this place. Cope, because we're gonna just keep being assholes. Yeah. Like, all right. Cool beans.
Also, big shout to our friend Ramgo Palpajan. And
what's up, Ramgo?
Reposted our stream on his channel. Thank you, Ramgo.
Yo, hope all is doing well, dude.
See you around.
Yeah, dude.
How is life?
Good to see you around. Another shout out as well to another homie. Oh, snap. Where'd it go? Where'd the homie go? Okay, Half-Blood. Shout out Half-Blood. He's working on a Pokemon-inspired NFT collection. It's called Oak 151, minting later this week. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. Most of it's free. Some of it is paid. Do check it out. But don't check it out too much because I'm going to snap up all of the fire-type Pokemon. So you guys you're stuck with everything else. But yeah, Half-Blood, check him out. Half-Blood Nerd. He's got a cool Discord, cool NFT project going on. He's worth looking more into. Anyone else you want to shout out?
Talking from one artist to the another. I want to give a shout to Stefano Grimaldo, also called Fats 666. He's the guy. If you see my PFP all the time, my Fox PFP with a little frog on the shoulder, he's the guy that signed it and made it out. He's a really, really good guy. Really, he's from Italy, from home country, and he made me the PFP. I think about 2 years ago, and from when I use it, I never remove it ever. And he also have his NFTs collection called what's it called?
Hang on, because Faz
isn't Friends.
There you go.
Called Friends. with a lot of like different thoughts, and they're all inspired from major IP. Some from Pokemon, some from different like Batman or some Marvel characters or movie characters.
I can't find
All
him.
of that.
Faz, I can't find you. Don't hate me. I'm sorry, but I can't find you.
It was there. So if you write Fats, FAZZ.
Oh, it's double. There he is. There we go. There we go. Toad friends. Okay. Shout out Faz. Good dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, homies. That's
yeah. He joined the No Bounds community there last week as well.
Good stuff.
And he'll come through.
We might be doing some fun, just some fun shit talking in there as well. Mr. Demo, that might actually be all I have prepared. What do you got going on?
Well, we are already almost at the top of the hour. It's 4 minutes before we need to go. But before that, let's say a big thank you and a big shout to everyone today who joined us in our Shit Talk stream and gaming inspirational. If you like the stream and you enjoyed to listening us, remember to subscribe, like, follow us on YouTube, on X, on TikTok, on whatever you can find us. Come on the Northbound Discord channel where we can talk during the week about everything, and we can, if you have any games or any shouts or anything you want to hear us to talk about, just tell us and we can research it and talk about it, mention it, give you a shout.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what we're looking for as well. Is we will only talk about the things that we're interested in or that our community is interested in. So if you want us to deep dive some more stuff or looking at things that are happening, like stop killing games or what's going on with WoW or what's up with Ubisoft and their EU agreements, let us know. There's a lot of stuff happening. We're happy to dive into all of it, but we're definitely led by our own interests and what we're playing and what resonates with us. But yeah, we're always looking for input.
Nice. Big reminder, none of our talk have been paid for or shielded. So
that's true.
We've just been genuine talking about everything we have passion of. Like, for example, Mafia is a game I really have passion. I want to play, and we need to talk about it. Acecraft, when I saw it, pre-register try on the week, and I sent a message to Vic and said, Vic, we need to talk about this. Look. And they're saying him like all the time, and just throwing me links. And during the week, it's very interesting. Like our chats and talk every time we see something, we try to update. And because it is different times of the globe, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I see 10 messages from Vic from different things and try to check out. And I think it's the same for him. Demo again. What do you want now?
Not at all. That's how the days start, is checking in with community and everyone that's talking about stuff. Also, friendly advice. Everything that we talk about on here is not financial advice. If we talk about a coin being shit and then it turns out being awesome, well, you shouldn't have listened to us. If we talk about a coin being awesome and it turns out being shit, again, don't listen to us. We are gamers first and old men second. So... we're just out here shit talking and having a good time, and hopefully having a good time with you guys.
That's our main passions is gaming. It's like we don't care on what technology are they being built. If there is a game and we can review it, we can play it, we can talk about it. That's where we are. It can be like the worst game ever, but some people will really love it. So we get interested in that. I say, why people love that game? Let's investigate more. Or some games can be like very good, and after we're gonna talk about a bug, then really make our grind move and say that game is shit for that bug. Why it's not? Just we like to jokes about it. And friendly reminder: next week we're gonna stream on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. Sign that on your calendar. Tuesday.
Yeah, so Demo won't be here Monday. It'll just be me and you. So tell me what game you want to play, and we'll maybe stream it Monday.
Also, last shout I would give is check out Sam Stefanina new podcast on starting on Thursday the 17th, I think. 21 UTC plus one. I think he's streaming with Moonbags or whatever is his name.
Okay.
Starting a brand new show.
All right.
Check it out. See what they're talking about. We're gonna talk about it after.
Demo's
See
got
if
some
it's
alpha.
a good show or if it's not.
All right. Demo with the alpha. Thank you, sir. Appreciate everyone showing up. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Appreciate Maya. Appreciate Ram. Appreciate Faz. Metaphasia, Half-Blood. Love you, people. I sign off. Demo, send us home.
All right. See you guys.
Adios, peoples.
Cheers.